let's play. Yeah. Bring your vibes, bring your friends, come out hard to defend. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. With their hearts and their soul, they're not giving up, no. That and God will collide. Hear them show spirits high. Bring your vibes, bring your friends, come out hard to defend it. Whoa, whoa. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. Hey. DJ. For this moment, as we rise up each day, it's the game of the people. Come on, let's play. Yeah. Bring your vibes, bring your friends, come out hard to defend. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. With their hearts and their soul, they're not giving up, no. That and God will collide. Hear them show spirits high. Bring your vibes, bring your friends, come out hard to defend it. Whoa, whoa. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. Hey. DJ. For this moment, as we rise up each day, it's the game of the people. Come on, let's play. Yeah. Bring your vibes, bring your friends, come out hard to defend. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. With their hearts and their soul, they're not giving up, no. That and God will collide. Hear them show spirits high. Bring your vibes, bring your friends, come out hard to defend it. Whoa, whoa. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. From the ashes to the stadium. VPL, DJ. Hey. DJ.
Welcome back to the Dream 11 VPL 3.0 edition from the Ashes, and we're about to see the run chase get underway from the Fort Charlotte Strikers. Coming to the crease, we see Miles Bascom, who played a beautiful innings yesterday, and Cosmos Haksha.
Yeah, I'm sure both Miles and Cosmos, what we have seen since they have turned to this opening pair, is that Miles have been playing the role of rotating the strike back deep in the inning, and Cosmos has been given the role to go after the bowling in the power play, to be the aggressor, and we know he can hit the ball. So you can see a bit of planning is going on, and when you look at the teams that are successful so far, you can tell that they're planning. Not to say that the Botanical Gardens are not planning. I mean, unfortunately, their team would have been depleted in terms of their batting by missing a couple of key guys. But when you have the personnel in your team who can carry out the plans that you are setting, it makes life a lot easier as a coach. So I'm sure for Nixon McLean, his job is even harder than he was hoping for it to be, because of what he's missing at the moment.
Okay. Key points there from you. You mentioned roles. Knowing your role is very important, especially in such a short format of the game.
Yeah, Donald has been bowling some pretty good slow balls, but I think a lot of the batters are now looking for those slow balls, so he's gonna have to be smart about when he bowls them and how often he bowls those slow balls. So let's see as he prepares to start against Miles.
Butler, we haven't seen such a lovely batting performance from the Botanical Gardens Rangers, but I must say it's a lovely day out here today. Quite aesthetically pleasing on the eye, St. Vincent's and the Grenadines, and we're proud to be a member of this country, the gem of the Antilles, as Donald Delpech gets underway here. Easy single to start. We know Miles Bascom, we know that's how he's going to build his innings.
Yeah, this is what we come to expect from Miles. That one was bang on target about middle leg, and he just, pushed it, slowly into mid wicket and get the single. I think by now the teams have to understand what Miles is looking to do, and they have to, close the field in a little bit more on Miles, tighten up the field, force him to play big shots early rather than getting those easy singles. And I think this is what the teams have to do. You have to look at what the player is looking to do and counteract it and force them to play out of character.
And of course, it's much easier for him to do that today because there's no scoreboard pressure. It's under a runner ball, so he can easily play himself in along with Cosmos Haksha, who has been a bit underwhelming in the tournament so far with the bat. So he will be hoping he can stick around with Miles and put a score on the board for the other games to come.
Exactly. So you have to try build some pressure, bring those fielders in the circle a bit tighter and cut on, and force them to play big shots.
Played with soft hands but no runs to Cosmos Haksha.
We are seeing a bit of a circumspect start. I think based on the planning, they realize that Donald has been getting a lot of wickets with his slow balls, so they are going to be very careful against him and look to maximize the other bowlers.
Shot through the covers. That time, I think Jordan probably got a hand to it, so they'll only pick up 2.
I think Jordan saved 2 runs there. But anytime Donald's bowl that quicker ball, I think they're going to look to take him on. But once he bowl that slow ball that he's really controlling well, they're going to be very respectful and just look to get singles.
wide delivery, but the batsman would feel like he missed out there.
Again, another slow ball, and he would have bowled 5 deliveries, including that wide. And I want to believe that between 3 or 4 of those deliveries have been slow balls.
Magnificently pulled from Cosmos Haksha. Got a shorter delivery and made sure he put it away.
Yeah, Cosmos has a very low stance, so anything short and going down that leg side, he's gonna pounce on it and put it away. But as we see, once he bowl that normal pace delivery, Cosmos is equal to the task and is looking to maximize. But he kept looking for that slow ball to make sure that he doesn't get dismissed from it. So this is good planning from the batters, and the bowler has to realize that. And if it means bowling 6 slow balls in the over, then that's what he has to do.
Nice placement there from Cosmos Haksha. The ball runs close to the boundary, but he will only get 2.
Yeah, a very good touch there by Haksha. And Haksha is usually a busy guy, and he takes a lot of pressure off Miles. So Miles don't have to look to manufacture any big shots. He just have to play normal cricket, rotate the strike and get Cosmos and strike as much as possible.
And it's good to see that the 4 Charlotte strikers, they came out in a positive frame of mind. Sometimes with a score under run a ball, you would come out and you would do a lot of assessment and you wouldn't try to get underway right away. But it's good to see that they've decided they're still going to be positive about this and probably step up their run rate.
Yeah, and you see, sometimes when you're going at a small target, some teams make the mistake by being, overcautious and bats themselves into a hole. But you still have to go out there and play cricket. The bad ball comes, you have to maximize, and outside of that, you rotate the strike. So it's a good start from the strikers. They will be hoping to get this in quick time so that they can keep building on their net run rate.
Zimran Providence comes into the attack for the Botanical Gardens Rangers. 4 sign of spin. Let's see how he goes here. He will be hoping he can replicate what the 4 Charlotte strikers spinners did so well for their team.
Yeah, I think what Zimran should be looking to do here is to bowl the ball a bit slower and give the ball time to grip and turn away from the right hander Miles Bascom.
Watchful from Miles Bascom.
Yeah, once he pushing the ball through, he's gonna make it easier for Miles. Miles is just gonna, just play up and down. So he wants to give the ball some time, force Miles to look up, come down the track. I mean, you're not going to defend 52 runs. You're gonna have to take wickets, and if you can take all the wickets, then you're in the game. But at the moment, you're behind the 8 ball, so you have to get in front.
Indeed, well said, Dayton Butler. All your experience coming to the fore here. It's good to have such an experienced gentleman in the commentary box today. Yeah,
the umpire seems to be getting a bit of some problems there with the bails. The grooves for the stumps are a little bit shallow, so I think they're going to have to try and file it out a bit. Okay, the wind is picking up here at the Honnesville playing field, and as you say earlier, beautiful view. I mean, you can't even tell that we had the explosion a few weeks ago. So it's really a lovely view here.
Punch back for a quick single. Yes, of course, speaking about the volcanic eruption, I know Butler, you're living in the orange zone. How's your experience been with that so far?
Yeah, well, a lot of ash is still there in my part of the country there up in South Rivers. I mean, when I see what we got in South Rivers, it made me wonder what the likes of Owie and Sandy Bay and those areas looking like, and even on the western side, northwest.
Paul plays to perfection there from Cosmos Haksha, and he's on the move here.
Yeah, for a tall guy, Cosmos, he gets really low into those deliveries. Look at that, and just swivels and at the moment he's finding the gaps, and when he hits it in the air, it's traveling over the boundary. So good start from him.
He picked his gap quite beautifully there, which is key in such a short format. Timing and placement, especially when the ball is doing a bit.
I think the rate at which he's going, he's looking to get 50 out of this target.
Shot over a cover fielder. Lifted, well played by Cosmos Haksha. He's looking to, as you said, probably get 50. And I mean, Miles already have 2 of that, so he will have to get the strike from here on out.
I think he's beginning to count the balls, but I don't think Miles will be too bothered about that. As the captain, he just wants to keep winning. Once the other guys do the job, he still has no problem with that. So he's happy to have a look from the non-strikers end. But Cosmos is really showing that he means business and looking to pick form for the business end of the tournament.
Ooh, wonderfully hit, and oh no, a misfield on the boundary allows it to go for 4. I mean, that shot deserved 4 runs in any case, and I guess the fielder decided so.
Yeah, it was a bad delivery, very short. Cosmos, in his low position, he was pouncing on it early. But that's when you know that things are shaping up well for you. Even when he goes to the fielder, they can't stop it.
Change of angle from Zemran. He finishes the over with a dot ball. He got the treatment in that over. 13 runs coming off his 1 over. And the 4 Charlotte strikers, they're halfway to their target.
That was a better delivery, but as we were alluding to earlier, Cosmos is checking the deliveries. He was looking to just push that one into the covers there to get the single, but that one kept a bit low and went and beat his bat. But even if he don't get to 50, he will be happy to come out with a red ink, as we usually say, which means he come out not out, and a 30 or 40, that will do his confidence the world of good going into the bigger matches.
What did you make of that over from Zimran? He's a spin bowler, and we saw how the 4 Charlotte striker spinners operated on the wicket. Do you think he bowled well in that over?
Well, I think it was an ordinary over. Cricket is a game that you have to learn fast, so he should have been watching what was happening in the first innings and see how slow the spinners were bowling.
Winston Samuel comes into the attack, swing and a miss there from Captain Miles Bascom. As you were saying, Butler?
Yeah, he should have been looking at what was transpiring when they batted. Give the ball some time. You have to take wickets if you want to stay in this game. When you're defending a small total, you have to take all the wickets.
Lovely pickup shot there from Miles Bascom, but oh no, it's dropped. It's dropped from the field on the boundary. What looked to be an excellent shot, but might have been held up by the wind there, Butler.
Yeah, it was a good pick up by Miles. The ball was there, but I think what this bowler has shown is that he's a smart bowler. He tends to deliver some of his deliveries from way back of the bowling crease, so it tends to take a longer time to get to you as the batsman. So you have to be careful how you attack him.
Nice drive just for one. I see the Fort Charlotte Strikers, they've decided that they're going to try and finish this game as quickly as possible, which is good signs for them. It shows that they're a confident side.
Yeah, but it was a poor attempt, of a catch by Kimali. He covered really good ground. I think that was probably about the best part of that attempt. He got around well, got into the catching zone, but he made a meal of that catch. But I think Miles will be happy to take the live and continue batting.
Yeah, so far what I've seen of Samuel, he's varying his pace quite nicely in this over, mixing it up, fuller length balls we've seen, and that was a fuller delivery, which shows he's really thinking, as you've mentioned before, Butler.
Yeah, he mixes up his pace, and he usually do that by bowling from different areas. So sometimes he bowl from way back behind the crease, so he's a smart bowler.
Picked his area beautifully, and it's been launched over the mid off, the long off area for 6 runs from Miles Bascom. He's on the go here.
I think Miles decided that he's gonna try and catch up with Cosmos a bit, but that was a better shot, and you can tell the ball didn't come on as quick as he was hoping to, so he just released that bottom hand, and just went through the shot with the top one. So good batting by Miles, good adjustment.
One is picked off the pad, well stopped by the fine leg fielder, and that shows experience. That means he's such an experienced player. He's played for Windward Islands. He's also played for West Indies. I think he's played for West Indies as well. So that was good thinking there and experience coming to the fore.
Yeah, exactly. So, and he was hitting with the wind, so he knew all he had to do is to clear the infield and just get that extra push with that top, and he will get the maximum that he was looking for. But as I said, I expect Fort Charlotte to be looking to improve significantly their net run rate, because teams going into the semi-finals, they usually tend to want to avoid certain teams in that semi-finals. They don't mind meeting them in the finals, because in the finals anything can happen, but semi-finals is always the tough.
Yeah, and they're cruising to their target and just needing 15 runs or 42 deliveries, as a wide was just bowled. So Miles are marching on quickly here to their target, hoping to get a nice net run rate.
Yeah, good batting by Miles, just coming down the track and just tucking that one into the mid-wicket area and rotating the strike. He's still trying to make sure that he don't bat too many dot balls. As much as the target is small, you want to build good habits going deeper into the tournament. So you want to always practice to rotate the strike.
Well said, Butler. As we see, Cosmos Haksha continues on his way, placing that one between the square leg fielder and the fine leg fielder. They have no answers for him here today.
Good batting by Cosmos. And the other thing that, that single that Miles would have just tucked inside of mid-wicket there, he brings the left-hand on strike against the left-arm spinner, which is a lot easier with the ball expecting to be angled into the left-hander. So it's good batting by Cosmos, good batting by Despair. They are going about their job well.
And Miles will be happy to be a spectator to Cosmos Haksha today, because the other games to come, you want your opening batters to give you a good start, and Miles has already caught some form, so it's good to see Haksha getting into his work today as well.
Exactly. As the captain, you want as many of your batters to have form. as possible, because it's not every game the same person is going to get going, so you want as many guys to have form as possible.
Again, walked to the square leg area. Seemed to be a favorite area of his, Cosmos Haksha.
Yeah, I think he decided that that's where he's going to look to be productive against the left arm spinner. Miles looked like he was struggling a bit there with that run, but the keeper didn't gather cleanly.
Yeah, you don't need any hiccups here. It's just less than 10 runs to win, and you want to give a clinical performance with the bat, as you're already on the way, so you might as well come out, not out, at the end of this innings.
Exactly. The strikers, they're looking better as they go on in this tournament.
Missed time, not where he intended it to go. Nevertheless, he's coming back for 2 and gets there easily.
Yeah, I think the first time for the innings so far we have seen Cosmos actually trying to overhit the ball, as we will say, trying to hit the ball too hard, and he lost his shape, and even I think his tap and came off the bat. But he want to continue to just look to stroke the ball, because he's a good time off the ball, and once he hits the middle, the ball tend to travel quite fast across the field.
Yeah, no need to play any rush shots here, as they just need less than a run of ball to complete this innings and register another victory.
Yeah, it's a good opening partnership by the strikers, and I'm sure they are hoping that this is the start of greater things to come in the tournament. 46 of their power play, and I'm sure they will be happy with that.
Delicately played there by Miles Bascom, showing he's not just power, he's also class, with a delicate touchdown to the third man fielder.
Yeah, nice touch there by Miles. I think Cosmos will be looking to hit with the win here if he's given the opportunity. With the wind going downfield over mid wicket, he will be looking to maximize that area. Let's see what Dawson is going to serve up to him.
And launched high, and brilliant attempt there by Jordan. Unfortunately, the ball went over the boundary for 6, and that's the end of the innings.
Yeah, Cosmos finishing in style. A good attempt by Jordan. You can see he was trying to flick the ball back in field, but with the strong wind that we have here at the Annisville playing field, that ball kept going. So well done by the strikers. Good execution. I'm sure they will be happy with that result. They have turned up, got the job done, and it's now their time to sit down, maybe in the stand, and have a look at the other game and plan, their next opposition.
Clinical performance there from the Fort Charlotte strikers. We see the scorecard here. Walters was only able to make 14 of 18 deliveries. Lois 10 of 11. Ornell Thomas 8 of 11. Harper 3 of 5. The bowling for the impressive bowling for the Fort Charlotte strikers. Nigel Small 11 runs off his 2 overs. Lavier 1 wicket, 3 runs off his 1 over. Wiley 1 wicket, 7 runs off his 2 overs, and Gidram Pope no wickets from 1 over and 4 runs.
Yeah, Fort Charlotte, they went about their inning in clinical fashion. Cosmos Haksha batted well, played some good shots, made 36 not out from 15 balls. And Miles was there to back him up, Miles, batted well, rotate the strike, and he was 15 not out from 11 balls. Cuttle Bowl, just the two balls in his over for 7 runs, didn't take a wicket. Samuel, 1 over, he went for 11 runs. Delplesh, his 1 over went for 12. And Zimran Providence, his 2 overs went for 23. So not great return for the bowlers of the Botanical Gardens. I'm sure they will have to go back and go back to the drawing board and plan again as they prepare for their next fixture.
Yeah, disappointing again from the Botanical Gardens Rangers. They will have to go back to the drawing board and bring all their cricketing acumen to fore as much as possible, because they're down and out, and a win will help them. Hopefully they can continue winning in the tournament, but I think they're basically done for this tournament. Let's hope that they can upset some teams to come.
Yeah, and I think Coach Nixon will still be hoping that the guys can keep their heads up and keep a positive mindset as they still search for their first win of this tournament. And no one want to go through a tournament winless. So I'm sure Nixon and manager Brown, they're going to sit down and come up with what they will hope will be a winning strategy as they go into the next fixture, and hope that they can mount an upset in the tournament.
And they definitely have the talent to do just that. But there you have it.